The United Kingdom has just invested £101 million into a ship repair project, the very first of its kind on the Gulf of Guinea. This is something very significant, and if you are not paying close attention, you might have missed the full weight of what it means. So be sure to stick with me till the very end, as I'll be giving you all the information surrounding this £101 million investment that's going to transform the maritime sector in Ghana. Before we get into the details, however, kindly hit the like button as it helps support this channel, and subscribe if you haven't. Let's get straight into this exciting story. On the 1st of June 2026, at a high-profile Ghana-UK investment summit held in London, a £101 million investment was announced for the construction of a ship repair and dry docking facility at Takoradi Port in Ghana. This was not just a pledge buried in the policy document, it was a formal and public commitment announced by the British High Commissioner to Ghana himself and in front of the President of Ghana, President John Dramani Mahama, as well as senior government officials and a room full of investors and business leaders from both nations. This is the kind of moment that in 20 years' time will point out as a turning point, and you might ask how so? Because the details here are everything. The £101 million investment is being made through a private infrastructural development group, an organization which is backed by the United Kingdom. And what makes this particularly noteworthy is that this is the largest single investment the private infrastructural development group has ever made in Ghana. That is not a small statement. That organization has been operating across multiple African markets for years, and for Ghana to now receive its biggest ever commitment, it is a clear signal that the country is being viewed differently as a place where serious long-term capital can find a home. The facility itself is a ship repair and dry docking operation. It's to be built at the Takoradi Port. Now, for those who may not deeply be familiar with the maritime industry, a dry dock is essentially a purpose-built structure that will be allowing large vessels like cargo ships, oil tankers and naval crafts to be brought out of the water for maintenance, repair and overhaul. These facilities are absolutely critical to the global shipping industry, and they are not cheap to build. The engineering complexity, the scale of the infrastructure required, and the specialized workforce needed alone amount to and demand serious investments. So when we talk about £101 million being committed to such a project, we are talking about something that will fundamentally reshape the industrial landscape of Ghana's western region. That's to tell you that this project is nothing small. At the heart of every major infrastructural investment is the human story. This facility is expected to create up to 430 direct jobs once operational, and what I find particularly forward-thinking about this announcement is how there is an explicit commitment to gender inclusion. Approximately 30% of those positions are projected to be filled by women, mandatory, in an industry that has historically been dominated by men. This is a very deliberate and commendable policy choice, but do not make the mistake of thinking that it is just about 430 jobs, because think about the ripple effects. A facility of this size, complexity, does not operate in isolation. And looking at the price point, 430 jobs is just a tip of the iceberg. It will be requiring steel suppliers, fuel providers, logistics companies, catering services, transport operators, security personnel, administrative staff, and what have you. That is just to name a few, and a whole host of other businesses to function. When a major industrial facility like this establishes itself in a region, it does not just bring about its own jobs, it becomes an anchor that attracts further investments, further business activity, and further development. This is how industrial hubs are born, and this partnership with the United Kingdom is making this possible. So talking about this ship repair facility that has to be built, the project is formally known as the Takoradi Floating Dock Project, or the Project Shiprite. So if you hear any of this, it is the same project. It is being driven by a wholly Ghanaian company, which is Prime Meridian Docks Ghana Limited. The concept emerged from a clear gap in West Africa's maritime infrastructure. When the mandatory maintenance or emergency repairs are required, ships are forced to embark on a 10 to 14-day voyage to facilities in Namibia or Las Palmas in Spain. The ambition was to end that dependency by building the region's own capability. The early development, that is the original project, was initially scoped at a cost of $60 million. Over time, the vision expanded significantly as the scale of the regional demand became clearer, and that leads us to today, when the project has reached a financial close and will be developed under a 25-year concessional agreement with the Ghana Ports and Harbour Authority. Once operational, the facility will include a 200-meter jetty, a 1,200 square meter workshop, and a floating dry dock capable of 7 vessels up to 200 meters in length, making it the first commercial dry dock on the Gulf of Guinea. In short, this is actually a Ghana-founded idea that has spent years piecing together financing and has now crossed the finish line, with the UK investment being the final catalyst that's unlocking the construction. One of the most significant and insightful observations I've made was one that was observed by the President John Dramani Mahama. He pointed out something that has been a structural reality of Ghana's economic geography for decades, that since the nation's founding, industrial investment has been heavily concentrated in the east of the country, particularly around the Tema Industrial Corridor and its associated port. Tema was deliberately developed as Ghana's industrial heartland under the vision of Ghana's first president, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and it has served that purpose with distinction. But because of how the concentration has been at Tema, investment in the western part has been very underserved, in fact underinvested relative to its actual potential. The president framed the Takoradi dry dock investment as precisely the kind of catalyst needed to correct that imbalance. The vision is clear, it's time to move westwards, and a facility of this nature has been described as the catalyst. It could be a centerpiece of a revitalized industrial corridor in the west. Takoradi is Ghana's second major port and has historically served as the primary point of exit for the country's commodity exports, including timber, manganese, bauxite, and cocoa. Now let us think about it holistically, the relationship between the UK and Ghana, because this investment is part of a much larger strategic picture. The British High Commissioner used the summit to outline a number of significant initiatives designed to deepen economic ties between the two nations. Over 2 decades, more than 670 UK foreign direct investment projects have been undertaken in Ghana. Collectively, this has been creating more than 44,000 jobs. That's to tell you that the United Kingdom is not a new actor in Ghana's developmental story. In case you are thinking that it was, this is not a new thing. It is a long-term partner with a documented track record. What is changing is the scale and the ambition of that partnership. The High Commissioner made it clear that the next chapter of the UK-Ghana relationship will be judged not just by the announcements made, but by the projects delivered. This is a commitment that deserves to be taken very seriously. So you might ask, what is next? The Private Infrastructural Development Group is not a development aid organization. It is a commercially oriented infrastructural investor that is accountable to its own performance metrics. When an organization of the profile makes the largest ever investment in a country, it is doing so with due diligence. So you have to know it is well deserved for Ghana to have this £101 million investment here. That's just to clarify it. It has assessed the commercial viability, the political environment, and the regulatory framework, and the risk profile as well. The fact that this money is being committed is itself evidence that those assessments have been made and they have come back very positive. So that's to wrap it up. The UK has invested £101 million into Ghana for the construction of the Takoradi Dry Dock project, which is a ship repair project. If you found this information useful, please do share it, hit the like button to support this channel, and subscribe if you haven't. Ghana's trajectory over the coming decade will be reshaped by decisions being made right now. I'll be continuing to cover this story as it develops. Thank you, and on to the next video. Be sure to check this next video out.